Okay, Manny. Who are we probing today? Oh, come on, Manny. You said I could probe somebody.
Welcome to UFO report number 33. And you're here with me, Manny Moonraker, your old faithful when it comes to the UFO news reporting. So we have two items to talk about. One is it's going to be an ongoing situation for the entire month pretty much, or however long it takes to get down to the nitty-gritty of what the heck is going on in Colorado. But the other news story seems to be making its rounds through many news publications right now. So originally I got this information on this particular topic from Eric through the Facebook pages for UFO Bus Radio / Manny Moonraker. And so Eric turned me on to this story from NASA. What's really fascinating about this is that the article that Eric gave me was actually one that was published back in February, and thanks to tweets from NASA, the story is being rehashed again right now in the last maybe 8 or 9 hours. And really, by the time you listen to this, it's been a whole damn day has gone by already, so you're a little late. So I'm sure you've already seen the title for this particular article relating to NASA. And the truth is that it's being clickbaited even in some of the most reputable news outlets. And here's one right now, USA Today. Not exactly a news outlet that's known for going 4.2 far with UFO stories, but their particular article is actually titled, NASA is hiring a Planetary Protection Officer to protect Earth from alien harm. I don't know about you, but I think that most people, when they see the word alien and harm, they think about Independence Day, those kind of ETs that are out to really get someone or probe them or do whatever they feel they want to do because they can. So that's a clickbaiting. And there is a lot of little articles about this out there, but it turns out that this is a real job with NASA. In order to get the job, you really have to have some really highfalutin credentials. Otherwise, if you try to apply for this, you are shit out of luck. You're not going to get in there. So what the article pretty much is about is that the NASA does have this opening for a Planetary Protection Officer. What this person is supposed to do is basically not only protect the Earth from alien contamination, meaning if this person gets down with NASA and starts planning some, let's say, spacecrafts going out to Mars, this guy's job, or gal, is to ensure that there's enough policy in place and protections to ensure that the Earth is not contaminated by the shit that's on Mars. In that same vein, this particular person is also supposed to be active in any kind of planetary missions where we can actually contaminate another planet and the potential of finding alien life. So this is not about somebody that's going to be sitting around waiting for ET to show up so that they can phone him home and stick something up his candy ass. That's not what this is about. This is basically someone who is going to oversee missions in between planets and make sure that no one place is endangered by cross-contamination. Now, if you feel froggy and you think that you want to throw your hat into the ring, candidates must have advanced knowledge of planetary protection. To be honest, I think they just made this thing up just so that they can get some publicity. Because I've never seen a course or training on planetary protection other than watching the MIB. A candidate must also be able to oversee planetary protection policies and implementation of NASA's spaceflight missions. And of course, you want to hire this person now because in the next few years, we're going to be sending a lot of crap up there. And of course, the plan is that some sucker is going to get on a tin can and his ass is going to get shot up to Mars. So you got to make sure that this person knows not to screw up anything or send anything back to us where you'd have a zombie freaking apocalypse. They have to be able to have a secret security clearance. So, if you're a pedophile or you've done drugs and you've been caught, because there's a lot of there that have done drugs and don't get caught. But if you've been charged, you got charges against you, you spend time in prison, you have to wear a tracker on your ankle. No, this is not the job for you. Pass it on. I'm sure you can take your qualifications over to Elon Musk and work for Tesla and SpaceX. So the link for the full article and the entire listing as far as what the qualifications are, I mean, some of you might be qualified for this. You might want to consider it. As always, that will be within the description for the podcast episode. And as a bonus, I've actually included the link to NASA's Office of Planetary Protection website. So you can go on there and check out NASA's mission statement, and they will tell you exactly what it is that they are looking for and what the role of the office is. And listen, to Eric's point, Eric says, apparently this might be a sign that they're thinking this is a real deal. We're going to come across ET. Even at a molecular level, I'm pretty sure that NASA is not as dumb as they appear to be. They're not a bunch of idiots. There is enough evidence here on our planet from other places that say pretty much you're going to find life somewhere else. So they're getting ready in order to make sure that they don't screw the planet over. And on top of that they don't screw up wherever the heck they're going as well. Because let's be honest, they don't exactly have the best work ethic or history when it comes to getting things right the first time around. So if you want to be like Eric and you want to send some information for a Moonraker to look at, to bring on to the podcast episodes, go ahead. Like I say all the time, follow me on social media. Twitter at UFO Buster Radio. Instagram at Manny Moonraker. You can also go to Facebook, Manny Moonraker Facebook page, and the UFO Buster Radio Facebook page are both there as fantastic channels for you to use to have conversations with me. I will say this, right from the get-go. If you send me a message that says, "How am I doing today?" chances are I'm not really going to respond to you initially. I would suggest we cut the chit-chat. Let's talk ufology. Okay, so here's round number 2. And what you've been waiting for. The case against Stan Romanek is on the way right now. On Monday and Tuesday, the courts in Loveland, Colorado were hopping as the jury selection began and was in full swing. So of course, during this period, you have this going back and forth between the district attorney and the Romanek attorney. And there's some information here which I did not know, and apparently it will become part of this particular case as things unravel. So the one thing is that I have an article here in the description you might want to look at. It's a really long article, but it includes the backstory, which we've already talked about, regarding Romanek, what led up to his arrest, and kind of how it was that Homeland Security tipped off the Loveland police about his file-sharing activities and the kiddie porn. According to this article, the defense attorney actually asked the jurors in the opening statement for Stan's case to pay attention to the facts in the case despite the gravity of the charges. According to Romanek's attorney, Elizabeth McClintock, no one is here to say child pornography is okay. No shit, lady. In any shape or form. She continues to tell them that the district attorney's office, the prosecution, is going to show them a lot of evidence relating to child pornography and a lot of technical electronic BS, but, and this is really fascinating that she made this point to them, that none of the evidence is going to be directly correlated to Stan Romanek. She also admonished the jury to basically hold the prosecution up to having to prove that Stan Romanek is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I mean, this is going to be a good case, folks. And I know that, the information that we're going to see and hear is going to be piecemealed through the news outlets, but it's going to be good. Now, on the other side of the courtroom, we have District Attorney Joshua Ritter. Joshua Ritter actually told the jurors that they were going to be hearing tons and tons of technical information about file sharing networks and the forensics, basically identifying how those files got to where they ended up. He went ahead and cautioned the jury that the case is about the victimization of children. In his opening case, Ritter also made reference, and this is the part that I did not know, he made reference to a friendship between Lisa Romanek and a former police officer, Tammy Fisher, who the prosecution says tipped the Romaneks off that there was a child pornography investigation on Stan. And they're saying that this is the reason why that his computer system was erased, his hard drive. And that is because someone on the inside tipped him off that they were coming after him. This is the first time that I see this. Like I said, this is going to be a really good case. So there you go. Those are the opening salvos against and for this case. And I will continue to track it, see if there's any new developments to report to you guys. And as always, the link is in the description. This is an important case because according to Mrs. Romanek, she is going to bring ufology into the courtroom, which means that if Stan Romanek is proved to be guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, ufology will also be imprisoned for X amount of years. Ufology will be tainted with this child pornography charge and the idea that the people that even deal with ufology, even talk about it, or who even believe, are for the most part mentally ill and operate outside of the norms of morality and society. So shit, yeah, this is a real case to watch, and I recommend you guys keep an eye on it because it's going to change a lot of things, I'm sure. This has been UFO Report number 33. Catch you on the next one. Peace.